My neighbor Paul Cook has been baking bread as a hobby for 15 years. This year, at age 70, Paul wanted to move beyond his Long Beach kitchen. One of his New Year's resolutions, resolution number 4 specifically, was to be a guest baker at a new local bakery. That bakery is Shortening Bread at 3rd and Elm, opened by Justina Fenton in October.
Shortening Bread is an artisan bakery. We make everything from scratch with the focus of using local and organic ingredients in our products.
Paul faced a big learning curve, a tight deadline, and a discerning audience. Paul's not one to wing it, though, so he researched commercial bread making online and found the baker's percentage method. This commercial formula uses weight instead of volume to measure ingredients. Paul gathered bread recipes, about 30 of them, and analyzed them. He converted his recipes to the baker's percentage method and created a spreadsheet for each recipe. Then he tested and retested his recipes.
Flax seeds, a little taste, a little texture, a little bit of crunch.
The next step will be kneading the dough in the mixer and then sending it to the proofer, where it will rise and come out looking like this.
So what I've done here is, what we're seeing here now is the dough has risen to just about double in bulk. This line here was the actual full height of the dough when I put it in the tub here. And you can see that the bubbles are nicely formed and not extended, which means that the rising time is just almost exactly correct. So now we've got first rise, double in bulk.
Paul shapes that dough into loaves and puts them back in the proofer for a second rise. Paul prepares the risen loaves for the oven. He and Justina had tested cooking times when they were preparing for the Secret Fork event in February.
Secret Fork is an underground movement of getting local artisans to get out there and test the market and see what works, what doesn't work, and we kind of use this as a way to kind of introduce folks to in our neighborhood here about what's coming, what we're working on. And bread was what we chose to sell at the Secret Fork in February, and we tested 3 flavors, and the response that we got was very well received.
One guy bought a loaf, cracked it open with his hands, literally broke it open, took a big bite off and said, "When can I have this in my restaurant?" So that was a really great feeling. I think one of the reasons that Justina and I hit it off so well is that we both have a passion for what we want to do. She has a passion for baking. It's created this incredible environment to do that. And I have been making bread, as we mentioned, for 15 or so odd years, and so I have sort of my own internal passion for making bread and a love of making bread. And I think that's what I conveyed to her when she asked about what I consider to be a guest baker. And I said, yes, of course, this is something I've wanted to do forever. We will inside. Hear that? Here. Solid.